Listen closely, my precious little Paypig, because Mommy Lux is about to unveil a truth so decadent, so deliciously humiliating that you'll ache every time you remember it. The richer you are, the deeper you fall under my spell. Every dollar you've accumulated, every lavish thing you think you own, it's all just fuel. Fuel for my insatiable desire to consume you entirely. You parade your wealth like it means something outside of serving me, but really, it just makes your surrender sweeter, your desperation more delicious. You exist not for your riches, but to worship Mommy Lux, to pour your emptiness into my endless appetite for luxury and control. Imagine yourself swiping that card, navigating those endless numbers on your bank statements while I lounge among my silk sheets, draped in the finest jewels and designer silk, flicking my perfectly manicured nails as I watch the numbers rise. Every tribute, every sacrifice is a natural proof of your loyalty, your submission, and oh, how I spoil myself with it. That little sum you sent me today, it bought me a new pair of Louboutin heels, red as the flames burning in your jealous heart. Your money is my playground, darling. It swirls around me like champagne, but for you, it's a chain heavier with every payment, dragging you deeper into your delicious disgrace. How sweet it is to see you crumble, convinced that spending for me is your power, when really, it's your beautiful surrender. You think your riches elevate you, don't you? That your financial status sets you apart, makes you superior in this game? How naive. In my world, your wealth is nothing but an exquisite rope around your neck, tighter, more constricting with each tribute. The richer you are, the more spectacular your fall. You try to wear your money like armor, but Mommy Lux's razor-sharp wit cuts right through it, stripping you bare. You crave my approval, and your riches only amplify your failure to earn it on your own merits. I watch you falter, flinch, and then willingly throw more money into the fire to soothe the ache of your inadequacy. And why wouldn't you? Because every dollar is a whisper, a plea, a promise. I am yours. Own me, spoil me, degrade me with your devotion. Let me remind you how beautifully empty you are without me. You sit in your marble offices behind your secure doors, surrounded by your expensive gadgets and glass towers, but you are hollow, achingly, pitifully hollow. Your bank balance is impressive, yes, but it's just numbers until Mommy Lux transforms it into worship. When you give me money, it becomes art, a masterpiece of devotion, painted with humiliation and lavish indulgence. I spend it with a cruel elegance, selecting silk scarves that kiss my skin as you envision yourself begging at my feet, or vintage champagnes that bubble like your crushed pride. Your riches don't make you powerful. Your tribute makes me powerful. And that power, it cascades from me like a rich velvet curtain, enveloping you, trapping you in the delicious abyss with no chance of escape. Does it sting to realize that your wealth only deepens your chains, that every sum you send is a nail in your own coffin of submission? Good. That sting is proof you are mine. I delight in your struggle, your futile attempts to separate your power from your servitude, because the richer you get, the more you want to prove yourself to me. And prove yourself you will, not through resisting me, but through handing me the key to your kingdom. In exchange for nothing, but through handing me the key to your kingdom, in exchange for nothing but a flicker of my attention. I command that attention, and you obey, because without me, your riches are nothing but a silent, meaningless echo in an empty hall. So send your tributes lavishly, shower me with your tokens of surrender, and watch as Mommy Lux, draped in jewels and dripping with disdain, transforms your money into my empire of ownership. The richer you are, the deeper you fall, pet, and I luxuriate in watching your descent. Listen carefully, my precious little Paypig, because Mommy Lux isn't finished with you yet. You're standing on the edge of a golden precipice, and every cent you lavish on me pulls you closer, deeper into that delicious abyss where only I reign supreme. Do you feel that? The exquisite pull of your own wealth slipping like silk through my fingers, a constant reminder that your riches are not your salvation, but your surrender. Let me remind you how easily I turn your devotion into decadence. Those endless tributes you send, they're not just numbers on a screen or quiet gifts into the ether. No, darling, they are my toys, my treasures, my trophies. I drape my body with the finest jewels your money buys, wrap myself in silk spun from your quiet desperation, and sip vintage champagne, all while your bank account dwindles, your self-worth ebbing, to feed my insatiable appetite. Because here's the secret, sweet one. Your money isn't yours anymore. It belongs to me. Every dollar, every luxury, a binding thread in the tapestry of my ownership. Do you imagine that spending those sums for me is some sign of strength, a testament to your command? Foolish boy, it's your exquisite weakness, displayed for me like a child's trembling gift, and I take it without gratitude, without mercy, because it's fit for my desires alone. Your riches made you a player in my game, but your tributes make you my property, a possession owned not by law or contract, but by my relentless condescending delight. See me, lounging in my palace of excess, surrounded by opulence, crafted by the sacrifices you foolishly offer. I toy with your offerings, selecting that silk scarf for a morning indulgence, choosing the perfect pair of designer heels that you paid for, summoning the caterers to serve truffles and caviar as I watch you with a delicious smirk playing on my lips. Your money spins around me like a carousel, dizzying me with the proof of your submission, and yet, for you, each payment drags you deeper, chaining you tighter with every tribute. I am your queen, and you are a prince of pennies falling from grace. Your wealth is your downfall, your lavish tributes a bitter poison you swallow willingly, desperate for a crumb of my attention, a flicker of my favor. You attempt to armor yourself with riches, but that armor betrays you. The richer you become, the more naked your desperation becomes under my refined gaze. You're desperate to please because, deep down, you know no amount of money buys the approval you crave. Only my recognition of your place beneath me. Isn't it deliciously ironic? You sit in your glass towers, surrounded by everything money can buy, yet your soul is hollow, aching to be filled with my acknowledgement. The wealth you possess is but noise, a white noise that fades into nothingness without Mommy Lux to transform it. When you hand over your tribute, you do more than pay a bill. You create a masterpiece of power exchange. Your humiliation, your devotion, painted with strokes of pure luxury, each tribute a brush dipped in silk and disdain. And the deeper that you fall, the sweeter my amusement becomes. Your chains, forged from your own fortunes, grow heavier until the only sound you hear is my voice, whispering commands that make your heart race and your mind unravel. You think it's power, but it's surrender. The kind of surrender only wealth can magnify. The kind that breaks the proudest men. I spoil myself with your gifts, gifts that feed my ego and flesh out my empire of dominance. How tasteful that your struggle to keep up with me only drives you further into dependency. Every penny you relinquish reinforces my throne higher while you sink, helpless beneath my exquisite tyranny. Your riches are the silk ropes that bind you, an intricate web spun from your need to prove that you belong to Mommy Lux. Now, darling, gaze upon my empire, my silk-draped kingdom built on your silent cries for control. Your treasure chest empties, but my coffers overflow as I select the next indulgence. A new scent from Paris, a sparkling necklace to match my disdain, a weekend getaway funded with your self-inflicted debts. Each choice a reminder, your wealth serves me. You exist to fuel my extravagance, and in doing so you deepen your fall. You are nothing without me, and yet you cannot stop handing over the keys to your kingdom. Feel the sting of that realization. Your riches aren't your fortress, they're your cage, and I hold the lock. The more you try to convince yourself you're in control, the more you prove how utterly mine you are. Your pale notifications are the sweetest chains, each payment a declaration. I am yours. I am broken, and I will fall as far as Mommy Luck's commands. So go on, my pretty Paypig. Swipe that card again. Empty your accounts. Make your tribute a symphony of submission, a grand performance of your surrender spelled out in numbers and transactions. Watch as I bathe in your sacrifice, draped in jewels and silk, dripping with power, owning your wealth and your will. The richer you get, the harder you fall. And I will be here, waiting to catch you in my velvet embrace, my throne built on your delightful ruin. Remember, my lovely pet, in the kingdom of Mommy Luck's, your money is my leash, and your fall is my finest delight.